Hello and welcome back to Modalities Movement Therapy. This is part of my Inner Movement series, part 7, and today we are addressing fascial movement and breathing, of course, to strengthen your different fascial lines. This session focuses on releasing and strengthening many different lines in the body, and the diaphragm is a major part of this too. So we'll be using a high density foam peanut, but if you don't have one of those, then 2 tennis balls inside a sock and a soft reflex ball. By targeting these different fascial pathways, you will not only improve diaphragmatic breathing, but you'll be getting deeper inner movement for better core mobility and motility. Enhance your balance and rotational capacity as well. So expect gentle yet powerful releases and integrated movements that reconnect your body's natural elastic strength and ease. Let's get started in standing, and you're going to need either the peanut or those 2 tennis balls inside a sock. Bring the arch of your foot onto the inside of the peanut, so the lateral part of your foot is in the center. And you're just going to seesaw the toes and the heel forward and back. So we want to work slowly. We want to get deeper into the release. Forward and back. Do another 4 and 3, 2 and 1. From here, you're going to bring the ball of the foot onto the peanut. So I'm going to show you, actually stay in this angle. Bring the feet as close together as you can, either wider apart, but try not to step that supporting foot back. Keep them side by side, parallel. Then you're going to reach the opposite arm up and over and look at your heel and bounce there. So if you haven't breathed in, slow, steady breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, roll down. Take the same arm as the leg and reach it up. And I want you to try and wrap your hand around the back of the calf and bounce. When you're ready to inhale, breathe yourself in to that lifted position. And let's reach up and over to the other side. Just reach and bounce. Breathe in again as you open up, and as you exhale, rotate already, so you're reaching around to the back of the calf. Relax your head and bounce into that rotation. When you're ready to breathe in, and coming up and exhale. We'll just leave it there. And bring the peanut under the other foot, the lateral part of the foot in the center, and you're rocking the heel back and the toes forward. Get into that seesaw movement. Do another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice and deep. Let's bring the ball of the foot onto the peanut. Feet as close together as possible. Breathe in. Let's start off in that bounce away. And then as you exhale, rotate, reach the hand around to the calf and bounce. When you're ready to come up, you're breathing in and opening up again and bounce. Exhale here, ready to breathe in to the center, and then exhaling and bouncing down. And just relax the arms at the sides and come up. Okay, put the peanut to the side. Bring your right foot in front. Let's take the left foot back. Now we're working along the front of the shin. So you're going to, and the sides, you're going to Rotate the big toe into the mat and then rotate the little toe into the mat. So we're rotating and opening up in the hip and coming into inward hip rotation. Try and spread the weight out evenly on your supporting foot. So pulsing out and pulsing in. Let's just do another 2. Rotate in and rotate out. From there, you can use the wall or a chair if you need help with your balance. We're going to slide the foot through. Lock your supporting knee and then bend it as you take the leg back. Let's slide it through, and you can bring your arms into a walking stance. So breathe in and then exhale. Coming into a bit of a rotation, breathing in and exhale. Keep going, breathing in and exhale. Breathing in. And let's hold it there. So just 4 of those, and you're going to flex and point your toes. Flex and point your toes. Lock your supporting leg and just get a little bit of movement into that ankle. And we're going to finish off on 4. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So I'm balancing on my left leg, bending the knee slightly, point the toes at the back. So you want to challenge your balance a little bit. So depending on where you are, you need support, use the wall or use a chair. Bring your foot slightly closer if you need to. But the further back you take it, the more you're going to feel that lengthening and stretching along the front of the shin. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back to the center. You're breathing in. As you exhale and breathe in, bring the arms into that walking stance. Exhale. And breathe in and exhale. Hold it in that lifted position. Flex and point for 2. So don't just hold it there. Keep pushing it into as much of a point as you can. Then flex and point. So we want to work further into these movements rather than quicker into the movements. And we'll leave it there. Standing with the feet slightly wider than hip distance. Bend your knees. Now you're just going to start bouncing. Just let your body relax. So you feel like a bit of a rag doll. You're bouncing the heels off the mat. And we're going to just jiggle, jiggle from side to side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lengthways on your mat. Just drop down into a lunge position. So I'm going to stop myself there because I want you to look ahead. Much easier to help you engage your glute muscles, your core part of your core stabilizers. You're going to drop down onto that knee. So I've got my left leg back and I'm going to bring my peanut underneath the shin. Use the tennis balls, and actually the tennis balls moving around, you want to be on either side of that shin bone. So the tennis balls are perfect for this. Just make sure that they're securely fastened there. You can bring your hands underneath your shoulders and just work nice and slowly from the knee over the ankle towards the toes. Just giving that shin a slow, steady release. Okay, finish now. Still on the left side. The toes are now on the peanut, so we're stretching the front of the ankle. I'm going to take my soft reflex ball and bring it behind my left knee. So we want to get a nice stretch into the front of the shin. If you need more cushioning for the knees, just double up your mat. And from there, sit your tailbone as far back as you can. If your knees are taking strain, then come up a little bit higher. And we're going to bounce there into that release. So we're releasing the back line of the body and the deep core line. Breathing in. And now as you exhale, so I'm pulling back slightly, squeezing the ball a little bit more deeply, and then breathing in. As you breathe in and open up, bounce a little bit into that movement, and then you can exhale, tuck and squeeze. Let's do 2 more. Breathing in and exhale. Finish off with 1 more. Breathing in, opening up, so I'm hugging my spine with my shoulder blades, and then exhale. Good, let's do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to bring the peanut under the right shin and hands under the shoulders. You should be getting deep enough, but if you want to get a little bit deeper, you can take the supporting leg and lift it up off the mat. So you're just adding a little bit more weight into this release. Okay, try and get from the foot all the way up to the knee. Let's finish off with the peanut at the toes again, feeling that stretch across the front of the ankle. Double up the mat if necessary, and bring that ball behind the knee. Let's bounce into that opening up. You breathing in. As you exhale, squeeze the ball. The head follows. Open up from the tailbone, breathing in. As you exhale, tuck and squeeze the ball. You can even bounce in this position if you want to. 2 more, breathing in. Opening up, hug the spine with the shoulder blades. Bounce and exhale. And the last one, breathing in. And exhale. We're now going to move on to the thighs, so you can put that soft reflex ball aside. Take your peanut. I'm going to start on my right side. Bring the peanut just above the knee. Curl the toes under. You can bring both feet or both legs side by side. If you want to get a bit deeper, you can bring that left leg and cross the ankle over the right. And now rock forward and back. So pinpoint where you need the most release. If you find you need more release higher up, then please reposition the peanut until you find that sweet spot. Okay. Keep going and just do another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Reposition the peanut just below the hip flexor. So it's where the leg lifts up when you bend it. So here's my hip bone. I'm below my hip bone. I'm going to curl the toes under again and rock forward and back. Move the peanut if you're not feeling much and find where you're getting the most release. 3, 2, and 1. From there, take your left leg, so my peanut is still under my right hip flexor. My left leg is up in the gecko position, so bend the knee in line with the hip. My left hand is on the floor or the mat. I'm going to bend my right knee, keep the knee on the mat, and pulse that foot out. So we're just releasing a little bit into the lateral part of that leg. And pulse it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. In this position, just make sure the knee is nice and open. You don't want to have it across in the center of the body. You want to open up as much as you can, and then you should feel more of a release. Okay, we're going to repeat the same thing to the other side. So let's start off with the peanut just above the knee. Curl the toes under, cross the right over the left if you want to. Get a little bit deeper and pulse it. Try relax your hands so you're not putting any tension in the shoulders. Keep breathing and relax your head and your neck. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reposition the peanut just on the hip flexor, below the hip bone, coming into a gecko position now if you want to, or you can cross the ankle if you want to get a little bit deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can come into the gecko if you aren't already. Reposition the peanut if you're not feeling much, so you're taking it slightly out, and you bend that knee, point the toes up to the ceiling, and pulse that foot out. So just make sure you're not on the hip bone, you're below the hip bone, where the leg bends, and pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're moving back onto the right side. Find your hip bone now, and you're going to bring the peanut inside your hip bone. If this is very painful for you, a little bit of discomfort, we want to work through. If it is more than discomfort, then use your soft reflex ball when you're doing this release. So we're going to position the peanut parallel to the spine, but it's over to the right side. So inside your right hip bone, we call that little spot the iliac dungeon. The top of the peanut is higher up, but still underneath the rib cage. Bring your hands one on top of the other, rest your forehead on your hands, and just breathing into the peanut here. So nice, slow, steady breath in for about 4 counts to help us release the diaphragm. You should feel yourself lifting slightly up on the right side, and then exhale into the peanut. If you want to get a little bit deeper, you can always lift your right leg. So as you breathe in, lift up. As you exhale, melt around that peanut. Keep exhaling, keep exhaling. And we're going to do 4 on this side, so another 2, breathing in. And exhale. And 1 more, slowly breathing in. And exhale. Okay. We're now going to reposition the peanut on the belly button. So the top of the peanut is on the belly button. If you have a Caesar scar or any abdominal surgery, then this is a great release for that scar tissue. So if it is very painful, you've got the option to use that soft reflex ball, or just work without any equipment and just focus on your breathing. So we're going to get a little bit of a rocking movement from side to side. So just massaging across that lower abdominal section. So breathing into the peanut. As you exhale, wiggle the hips a little bit from side to side. So you can stay up on your elbows if you want to. And then exhale. If you want to get a bit deeper, curl the toes under, and then you're massaging from side to side on your exhalation. When you inhale, drop down, relax your head, no strain on the neck. Breathe in and exhale. Wiggle and move side to side. Last one, relaxing there, breathing in and exhale. Okay, we reposition the peanut so it should be on the right, in the right line onto the inside of that left hip bone. Hands under the forehead. And if you want the option of lifting the leg as you breathe in, 4 counts in and exhale. Keep going, you breathing in and exhale. Two more, breathing in and exhale. You got 1 to go, breathing in and exhale. Okay, you can release the peanut. Bring the peanut under your pectoral muscles. So again, I'll start on my right side and I'm going to angle the peanut. But I'm also going to play around with the position of the peanut until I find the area that I'm getting the most release. I'm making a fist with my left hand, bringing it under my forehead. And I'm now going to bring my right arm up next to my ear. And then I'm going to circle it down next to the body. So notice the position of my thumb. As I bring the arm up, I'm pointing the thumb to the ceiling. As I bring the arm down, I'm bringing the thumb and pointing it down to the mat. Breathing in as I come up and exhaling on the way down. We're going to keep going for another 4. And exhale. Reposition the peanut if you need to and breathe in and exhale. Another 2 and exhale. For the last one and exhale. Now I'm going to hold my thumb pointing down to the diagonal, and I'm going to, you can bring the knee into that gecko position, and you're going to rock up to the diagonal, just massaging the peanut on the pectoral muscles and the front of that shoulder. I'm going to stay on my right side and I'm going to continue on the front arm line. So I'm going to turn away from the camera and just position my bottom knee in that gecko position, well, in line with my hip. Straighten the right leg so the top leg is straight. I'm bringing my right arm onto the peanut, pointing the thumb down and massaging across or along the front of the arm line and massage there. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. I'm staying in this position, right side. So now we're going to focus and target the back arm line on the right side. Elbow in the peanut. Rotate the hand so you're opening up and you're not pulling your shoulder forward. So I'm rolling along the triceps and the back arm line, massaging there. I'm going to rotate so you can see me from this angle. My right knee is still in line with my hip. My left leg is extended. So think of it just lengthening out there and try and line the fingers up with the neck. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Position the peanut just slightly lower than the armpit, still on the shoulder blade. Rest your ear on your arm. Take hold of your wrist and you can rock forward and back. I want to just release into these rotator cuff muscles. You can hold it open and just rock up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From there, we're going to repeat these releases to the left side. So I'm just going to reposition my microphone. Peanut under that left side. Rest your forehead on your right hand. Make a fist if you need to. And move that arm around. Exhaling as you go down. Inhaling as you come up. Breathing in. Or exhaling there. And inhaling. And one side will feel different to the other side. Breathing in for the last one. And then rotate the thumb down. Come into that gecko position with your right leg. And massage the peanut around this area. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm rotating away from the peanut or away from the arm that I'm putting the peanut under. So the front of my left arm now, thumb pointing down. So try and stay above the elbow. You will still be working the front arm line if you are below the elbow, but let's target the biceps. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the peanut, position it under the elbow, and let's lengthen out. Exhaling, coming up. Breathe in and exhale. Keep going. I'm just going to rotate. Breathing in. And 3. 2 more. For the last one, just reposition the peanut and rest your ear on your arm. Lift the elbow if you can, otherwise you're resting on the mat. Holding onto the wrist, so you're just sort of giving yourself a little bit more stability with that, and also hopefully getting a little bit deeper into the release. If you're holding onto the wrist and pulling it up towards the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and release. Stop and have a quick drink of water. Make sure you replenish any fluids in the body. When we're massaging and hydrating the fascia, we are releasing toxins, so you just want to release and flush the toxins out of the body. We're now going to move into a knee box position, so you can start in this position and just rock over to one side. You're going to bring the peanut under the ankle and position the reflex ball on top. So we're sandwiching the ankle between the ball and the peanut. And you're going to draw a circle with those toes, apply a nice amount of pressure into the ball and reverse the circle. Now we're going to move the ball and the peanut up the lateral and the deep core line, these different fascial lines of the body. So nice, slow release. You can, at the same time, any tension in the ankle you want to release, just keep moving the foot. So you're getting deeper into that release as well, around the ankle. Move the peanut and the ball up as you go. You want to get right from the ankle to the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Position the peanut just below the knee. So you're in this position here. A little bone there. You want to be just below the bone or above the knee, above the bone. And taking the peanut, you're going to massage the top of the knee. Leave the peanut where it is for now. And you're going to now move the top of the peanut. So you're positioning the peanut, you're keeping the bottom of the peanut where it is and just rotating the top of the peanut. And you want to get into that release there. Pulse it around for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Position the peanut above the knee. And we're going to massage the ball along the inner thigh as the peanut stays just underneath the knee. And you want to work from side to side or in circular motions there. Getting right into that hip, into the groin there, massaging for 5 and 4, back to the knee, 3, 2, and 1. Put the ball down, reposition the peanut along the thigh, and nice and slowly, we don't want to release the ITB too much. You're going to massage the peanut along that lateral side. And then when you get up to the glutes, you're going to come into a seated position. So keep the peanut parallel to the spine, but under the glutes. And just drop the knee and massage along to the side and over the glutes. We're going to activate those glutes in a minute in lunges. So we want to give them a good release. If you want to come down onto the elbow, you can, and just rock that peanut from side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you should still come straight back into that seated position, and we go over to knee box on the other side. Take the ball and the peanut, sandwich the ankle, and draw a circle with the toes. And change the direction. 5, 6, 7, 8. Move the peanut and the ball. Point and flex, point and flex. And massage up towards the knee. Reposition the peanut and the ball if you need to. Point and flex. If you want to get more release into the ankle. 5, keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're finishing off with the peanut just below the knee. Move it around if you need to. And when you found that spot, bring the ball above. In one hand or two hands, you want to get a good release around the knee area. 3, 2, and 1. Put the ball to the side, and now you're taking the top of the peanut and rotating it around like we did on the other side. Bounce into the release, and then you're going to finish with the peanut above the knee and massage along the inner thigh. Move the ball up and down. Get right into the groin as well. One hand or two hands to help you get a little bit deeper into the release. Keep going. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. peanut or ball to the side, peanut higher up that outer thigh, and just massage along there. Move the peanut up in increments if you need to, and just repositioning myself, keep the ball parallel to the spine and get onto the glutes, feet flat, knees bent, and just massage that peanut from side to side. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Off the peanut position, put the peanut to the side. We're now going to come onto the hands and knees. We're coming into a push-up position, so we've prepared the body nicely. Take your hands slightly ahead of your knees, or sorry, not your knees, your shoulders, and we're going to pull ourselves forward into that push-up position. Staying on the knees, and then exhale, pull back. Coming forward. And it's up to you how far you want to take it. I'm now going to focus on my right side. So I'm going to, as I push up, I'm going to lift my right leg and then exhale. We're pulling back and coming into a tuck position. So bring the right knee to the chest and pull your upper body back into a rounded position. So we are exhaling in this position. As we open up, we're creating space. We want to breathe into that space. So, and then exhale. Here we go for 3. For 4. You've got another 4. You can always progress. So start with a smaller movement. Finish off. Release the right knee, moving over to the left side. So lengthen the left as you breathe in and drop down. If you need more cushioning for the knees, then double up your mat. As you start to get tired, you need to make the movement smaller, do so. Three more. 2 more. The last one. We're going back over to the right side, so you're repeating the same thing, and then we're going to add on a lunge position, so breathing in. As you exhale, slide your fingers to your knees, so we're challenging the balance. We're going to step that right foot forward. We're going to bring the arms next to the ears and pull forward into a lunge. Then you're going to exhale and bring the foot back. So you're balancing on that left knee, and repeat from the top. So we're breathing in and then exhaling. And lunge forward. Exhale. Balance, challenge your balance. For 1 more. So we're just going to do 4 of these. Exhale. Back into your push-up. And repeat the same thing to the other side. So you're lifting that left leg, breathing in. Exhale. Lunge forward. Arms next to the ears. Exhale. And balance. Hands gently onto the mat. Push up. This is your second one. Breathe in. Balance nice and slowly. And breathing in. Whoops. And finish off your last one. Don't forget that push up. And back onto the knee. Repeating the same thing on the right side, and we're going to add on. So we're breathing in, exhaling, hands off the mat. Breathe in, curl your toes under, your left toes under. You're pushing off the mat. You're going to rotate to your right side. Breathe in here. Exhale here. Breathe in, arms next to the ears again. Exhale as you lower down. And you're balancing on the left leg again. Hands onto the mat. You're ready to breathe in. And repeat the same thing. Step the right foot forward. You're breathing in. Let's curl the left toes under. Exhale into your rotation. Breathe in, bring the arms back. Lunging forward, release your left foot. Exhale as you balance. And let's go for 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale. And balance. Breathe in. Curl the toes under. Breathe in. And exhale. Breathe in and curl the toes under. Exhale and breathe in, and we're going to exhale and finish off. Push up and the right knee on the mat. We're going straight into the left side, so breathing in, exhale and uncurl. Breathe in. Curl your right toes under into your rotation. Exhale. Coming back, breathing in. Release your right foot. Exhale. Balance. And push up. Breathing in. Exhale. Lunging. Curl the toes under. Exhale. Breathing in. We have 2 to go. Exhaling and push up and curl. The quicker you lift those eyes, the easier it's going to be to engage your glutes on the right side. Breathe in, curl the toes under, breathing in, exhaling. Balance, finish off with 1 more. And finish off with your lunge. And release your right knee. We're going to continue, we're going to progress up into standing. So we're going to repeat the sequence and add on. Right leg up, breathe in, push up, exhale, breathe in and step forward. Curl your left toes under, breathing out into your lunge. Now you're going to push off the left foot, balance on the right. As you rotate towards the left leg, you're opening up. So we're breathing in here. We're coming back, so we're reversing the movement. Exhale. Drop onto your left knee. Release your foot. Breathe into your lunge. And exhale. Balancing on the left knee into your push-up. So stay on the right side, breathing in and exhale. And looking up. Curl the toes under. Exhale. Coming up. Rotate. So take it at your own pace. If you need a chair for your balance or a wall, then use that. Exhale. Breathe in and exhale. And push up. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, balance. 2 more. Your last one. Curl the toes under, pushing up into that rotation and lift up. Rotate, breathe in and exhale. Back into the lunge and exhale. Finish off with your push-up and exhale. Left side, so we're breathing in, exhaling. Breathe in, curl the right toes under, exhaling. Push off your right foot, breathe into your rotation. Think of the big toe to help you with your balance. Exhale. Drop onto the knee, breathe in, lunge forward, and exhale. Balance, 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 and breathe in. Exhaling, breathe in, exhale. We're going to do another 3. You're almost there, 2 to go. Breathing in and exhale. For your last one, and finish off with your push-up. And bring the feet together, open up the knees, and sit back into your child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat, or if you can't reach the mat, bring your hands underneath your forehead. And as you relax, just let your heart rate come down. Focus on that exhalation. 4 counts to inhale and try and exhale for 8 counts. Nice, slow, steady breath. Not a quick, deep inhalation. A slow, steady inhalation. Focus more on the exhalation. On your last one, as you breathe in, uncurl through the spine, slide your fingers up your thighs, circle the shoulders up and back, hands ahead, curl the toes under, push into your pyramid or down dog, and just walk through the feet. And you can come back down onto the knees, extend your hands and lower down onto the mat. One hand on top of the other, forehead on the hands, and just wiggle the hips, loosening up the spine into the neck. Bring your hands under your shoulders, push up into that cobra, any strain in the lower back, elbows on the mat, and just nod your head from side to side. So just make sure your glutes are engaged because they're going to help support your lower back. If you're in this position, you're up here and you're exhaling. Let's do one more. So breathing in, nod the head, and exhale. As you exhale, push back into your child's pose and uncurl again. And well done. Thank you for joining me. Remember, movement is key. If you don't use it, well, you lose it.